Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bowmaster619 here. I know I'm looking quite sweaty right now. That's because I am. Just got done hand washing my car. So we were actually slow enough I could do that. Whew. Dude, wait your friggin' turn! Sorry, just had some guy freaking cut me off. Green light on my end, red light on his end, and he guns it in front of me. Anyway. Oh, well, I see we have someone in the live stream. Nice to see you. Man, what is wrong with people today? Does everyone think they're in that big of a freaking hurry? You gotta keep jumping in front of other cars? Sheesh. Let's not want that car to last very long, dude. Daddy Daughter Broadcasting, nice to see you here. Well, as the title suggests, oh, don't worry, it happens all the friggin' time, unfortunately. It comes with being a delivery driver. People cut in front of you all the stinking time, and then they flip you off thinking that you're the jerk. Whatever. I'm used to it by now. Oh, I'll bet so. Doesn't matter where you live, you're going to have jerks on the road at one point or another, that's for sure. Well, as the title of this live stream suggests, I am here to do a little bit of ranting about things that people claim are new, but really are not, because they've already existed before. The only difference is, because of the fact that it's been such an extended period of time, they're considering it new for an entirely new audience. One thing in particular that I'm talking about is we almost have to drive doubly careful to compensate for the others. My mom always tells me drive defensively, so I can completely agree with that. Anyway, for anyone that enjoys Subway, I'm curious to know if you've gone to Subway recently and you've seen their advertisements for their brand new Subway wraps. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. What's new that isn't? The Subway wraps. I find it amusing as hell that they're saying that these things are new, when I remember 10 years ago when I was still in high school, Mom and I would stop there every Friday morning to pick up a steak, egg, and cheese wrap with their Chipotle Southway sauce for breakfast. It was a treat that we had every Friday. And then they up and got rid of the wraps for a very long time for whatever reason. And now 10 years later, they bring them back in 2018 and they're saying, hey, look at this new thing we came up with. It's never been seen before. Do you not even know your own history here, Subway? And the fact that people are being so excited about it, like, oh my god, did you see this new thing that they came up with? I've never seen that before. You're like 30 or 40 and you're saying you've never seen this before? How do people seem to have such short-term memories? Another very good example of that is actually chocolate Frosted Flakes. I remember those back when I was in middle school, which was closer to 15, 20 years ago. But either way, I remember chocolate Frosted Flakes. So I find it hilarious that people are saying, oh, check out the brand new thing that Frosted Flakes came out with, chocolate Frosted Flakes. Are you people really that insensitive? Or not insensitive, that's the wrong word. Are you people really that ignorant? Do you really not know this thing used to exist? Or even some of the fashion trends that have been coming out lately that were a thing back in the 80s. That might be what they're planning on. Most people have very short-term memories. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, a very good example of clothing items that have come out in recent times that people seem to think is new, that is not, are those beanies that have the strings with the fuzzy balls attached to them. I mean, granted, nowadays they've gone way overboard with them being like 3 feet long, but those were a fashion trend like back in the 80s. And slap bracelets are another one that they're trying to come out with again. I remember those when I was growing up. Slap bracelets. Those things were so cool. And now they're coming back out with them trying to claim that they're a new thing. I just find it so amusing that they keep claiming all these things are new when all they're doing is basically resurrecting it. Okay, going off on a bit of a tangent here from that. This is one that is almost guaranteed to piss Christians off, but I still find it amusing to say just to see their reactions. If you go according to the Bible, technically Jesus was the first zombie. Because he died and then he came back to life. Technically, Jesus is the first zombie. Now, I'm not going to go heavy into religion or anything. That's definitely not something that I talk about a lot on this channel. I hardly mention it. I just like pointing out certain things like that, simply to see the reactions of people that are very heavily religious, you know? Or this one going, thank you very much. I have to make myself laugh, at least. It's nice when I can make other people laugh, but at least I can make myself laugh, if nothing else. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and mention that one. But some of the different things that are in religion, it's like, it is true though, a zombie is simply one that comes back from the dead. Yes, exactly. In the simplest form, that is exactly what a zombie is. I mean, the lore of zombies originally started with voodoo magic. If I remember correctly, at least. Don't quote me on this because I'm not 100%, but if I remember correctly, a zombie was originally something that was done through voodoo. It was either, I believe it was bringing a dead body back to life through voodoo magic to essentially be a slave to your will. Kind of like how witches will have succubus or succubi. And I might be getting that totally wrong too. This isn't a subject that I study very heavily in depth, but me and my friends are gamers. And yes, we play video games, but we were also very heavy for a while there into the dice rolling kinds of games. So, you know, like D&D kind of things. We didn't do Dungeons & Dragons very much. My buddy, if you remember him, is actually into the White Wolf series, which is another esque kind of gaming system. Oh, they came out in the 80s. Okay. I just remember those growing up when I was a kid. I thought those things were so stinking cool. I mean, they're super simple, obviously, but come on, back before the age of the internet and all this technological entertainment we have nowadays, that stuff was magic, man. Or how about the balancing bird? The one that had the two weights in the wings, you balance it on your finger and it just hovers there. Man, I am getting so nostalgic right now thinking about this stuff. Man, the 90s were awesome. You know, there's nothing else I can really say except that the 90s were friggin' awesome. As long as we don't have someone who's about to start yelling out, I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I said a bird, bird, bird. just totally lost my train of thought here. I have jumped back and forth so many. I'm not even sure what in the heck I'm talking about at this point now. I don't know. The joy of having a live. I'll be right back. That could actually be a. I'm not sure if I should be speaking yet or not, because it still says very bad connection. And I have no idea if you guys can actually hear me or not. Offline. I'm trying to get back into good service, I promise. Okay. That's one of the downsides of live streaming while doing deliveries, of course, is the fact that you're guaranteed to run into dead zones. Regardless of how hard you try, you're going to run into dead zones no matter what. Okay, looks like we're hopefully back up and running at full capacity now. Darn. I just had a story too. Let's see. Just passed another one of our drivers. This really is a beautiful drive. Yeah, one of these days, once I can get, if I can manage to get my hands on a halfway decent dash cam, I'd like to be able to have it to just point out straight in front of me, wherever I happen to be going, and have it to where you can really see what it is that I'm driving through, because it actually is pretty nice up here. I mean, thankfully there's not a whole lot of construction and stuff in this area, so there's not much of that industrial crap to look at, thankfully. Oh yes, that's one thing that I was wanting to say. I did say this during Daddy Daughter Broadcasting's live stream last night. If you guys haven't actually seen any of their videos, be sure to go check out their channel. They're awesome. I love watching their videos. And they do live streams just like I do. They'll swap off between doing really neat improvised bedtime stories or playing the guitar or piano, and sometimes taking some requests if there happen to be songs that they know. But I remember last night that when I was delivering, it was during one of the musical live streams, and I tried to put this in the comments, but the stinking voice input didn't do it right. I delivered to a house, and the customer's dog, as soon as I opened the door, jumped right into my lap and wanted to go for a ride. It was hilarious. The guy, of course, was kind of mortified about it. You're very welcome. You always give me shout-outs when I join into your live streams. I am more than happy to give you shout-outs here. I mean, why the heck not? You guys got an awesome channel. It's delightfully cute to watch, so I'm happy to give out shout-outs wherever I possibly can. Oh, that's what it was. Now I remember. Speaking about singing and music and such, I actually had people at Country Buffet, where I used to work several years ago, ask me if I was an opera singer. That's what the story was. Because every now and then, just for the fun of it, just to kind of exercise my voice, I would just randomly... just completely out of nowhere, I just belted out. So I've actually had people ask me if I was an opera singer. Like, no? Why do you say that? It's like, what you were just doing? You just sound like you belong in the opera. Like, well, I'm not. I'm just exercising my voice. You know, I can sing along with songs that I happen to have on my phone or that I'm listening to on YouTube. Thank you very much. But I'm not actually a full-fledged opera singer. I mean, my voice carries very well because I've just naturally have a loud voice. And I was in drama, so I know how to properly project. I've just never actually considered trying to get into the music industry with my voice. I mean, people tell me that I have a fairly good singing voice, but, you know, it's for certain genres, for sure. Some of the music that I listen to, it's not really, my voice isn't really built that well for it, but I've even had people offer to take me out for karaoke on nights saying, dude, we need to take you out to karaoke. It plays... Oh man, I miss drama. I was in a couple of plays in middle school, but it was so much fun in high school being in plays. I apologize, I'm trying to get my ear to pop here. But I was in several plays in high school. Only one of those was a musical that I was actually cast in as a member. The other musical that we did was You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I was in the pit orchestra as the second seat trumpet. The other musical we did that I was actually cast in was Seussical the Musical. By far one of the best productions we have ever done. We had it completely sold out every single night that we performed. That was so much fun. I was cast as General Genghis Khan Schmitz. Oh, that was a fun role. Originally, I wanted to be cast as the Grinch, but the role was just way too small. You know, it's literally just a cameo kind of role. I mean, the guy that played the Grinch also played Yertle the Turtle in that particular play, but because the roles were so small, the drama director flat out told me, no, you don't get that role. You need something bigger. You need a bigger role than that. So they initially had me cast as Horton the Elephant, but I didn't necessarily type fit very well. I am bigger than I was in high school, I will fully admit that, but in high school I was thinner, and I didn't really fit the part that well because I wasn't that big. So I wound up going to someone else who fit the part better, and I wound up getting cast as General Genghis Khan Schmitz, which is the other role that I essentially wanted to have. But other than that, there weren't any other musicals that I was actually in. Oh, good stories. Good stories. Funny enough, we actually had a guy working at Country Buffet, same time I was, before they got closed. I don't remember what his name was, but man, that dude had a voice. And he wasn't afraid to show it either. He would just belt it out while he was cooking on the grill. Everyone was just like, Man, that guy's awesome. Why doesn't he have a job in music? Like, because that's actually a very difficult line of work to get into. The music industry is extremely unforgiving. Alright, well, we are now getting back to the store, so I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap up this live stream here. If you actually have any requests for songs, you may say in the comments, and I will consider singing them for your amusement. Until next time, though, this is Bone9. See you in the next video, and don't forget to tune in to my first channel. BF Good Courage Friend. Fair enough. The Mob Boss video is finally uploaded today. So for anyone who wants to see it, go ahead and view it on my first channel. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Daddy Daughter Broadcasting, if you have a live stream later tonight, I will be glad to tune in as well. Take care, and we'll see you next time.